And yeah, well, tell me about the genesis of this album. Why did you call it Mireia? Because you've stood back from things a little?
Well, there is a theory, people from way back, I can remember from way back, where even when I was living in Jamaica, when dancehall, after Bob died, and for some reasons like, boom,
yes, something.
And the roots, it's like, all of a sudden, and dancehall was trying to come even when Bob was still alive. Dancehall was still trying to, when Bob died,
Yeah.
oh yeah, dancehall, and there were words going around that, oh, Roots dead now, Roots is dead stock.
Yes.
Well, Roots is what I used to, Roots is what I love. So I couldn't join the audience by saying, hey, Roots dead, because that's what I support, the Roots. Yes. So to say that, so I continue to fight,
yes.
in terms of keep the root alive, keep the roots alive, So Medea is meaning that I am here, that's the literal translation, I am here, and I'm here, I'm Rudica, I'm not going anywhere.
Yes.
You're not gonna see me.
Still
You're
here
gonna see me.
Okay, so you're still here and you're still making the reggae roots live.
Yeah.
I'd like to focus on the eponymic song.
Focus.
Yes.
And
this song is very special and very.
And
why did you call it Focus? Because of the multitude of instruments.
Because I love melodies and I love instrumental. I think an instrument can be very beautiful, depends on how you play it and what melody you're playing with, what melody that fits. You know what I mean? With the instrument, So I think there's a science there of how to make the instrument work, by giving it the melody that works with it. You know what I mean?
Yes, and works with other.
And so my first, after one of the live act that really tell me, okay, that's what I'm gonna do was the Scatterlights. When I was a kid, about 8, 9, went to the stadium in Kingston, and they were playing. Thousands of kids, and kids from all over the island come to the stadium, a big function, and the Scatterlights were playing, and I'm like, that's what I'm gonna. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. I will do that. You know what I mean? And they play mostly instrumental.
Yes.
And it's like, wow, I love that. And I remember just loving this stuff, and then after a while, you don't hear anything more. So in my cycle from way back then, I even until this day, I still want to do an instrumental album.
Yes.
I don't know when yet, because if I have the money, there are several things I want to do. But I want to do an instrumental album, just all instrumental, not dub, just instrumental.
Yes,
right?
real instruments.
Right.
You playing.
Right, and keyboards doing that, guitar doing that, oboe doing that, a trombone doing that, a flute doing that, a violin doing that. You know what I mean? It's like, an album of instrumental, different instruments taking the lead. So and focus, meaning that again is like if you focus on what you're doing or what you're listening to, you'll get the message.
Yes.
So
just have to focus.
Makes sense. Exactly.
And without lyrics, it's more universal. Maybe more people can
relate, because you don't have a lot
music
of
touch
right.
And
just focus on this.
Just focus. Listen and live. Yes, and you were talking about violin. There is a violin on. I heard one song, Feeling Blue.
But the brethren played for me before too, and Vision, he's on Vision as well.
Yes.
Very good violin player, excellent.
And it's not usual to.
Well,
but it's good.
It's good, and I know it's not usual, but I love things like that though, where you take an unusual something and put it in a usual situation, and you get something
yes.
funny, strange, but could be good. And once you know what to do, it can be,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but you know what, it works. I love that.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that.
It's really good in the song Feeling Blue.
Yes.
So, really instrumental, you play lots of instruments yourself.
Well, I play bass, I play a little guitar, I percussion. That's about it. And vocal, and I write. You know, the key is, I think, is to find your passion, find what you love, do it.
Yes,
and if you can't do it 24 hours a day, find even an hour out of each day to do it.
Yes.
Because that's what feeds the spirit, that's what feeds the soul.
Nothing beats a try. And my aim is to make people discover reggae, because reggae music is known by lots of people, but not enough. I think because it's a world in the world, you know. It's a little closed for the others.
And you know something, man, which is what you're doing is what I'm trying to do too. Because the thing is, like I said, you know, when even me myself observe, say, the reggae market, for example, you know, there is this circle, and it might stop here, and then it come back.
Yes.
And that's it. And every year, that's the route, you know, and it don't get out of that. To me, the music is more than that. But what happened, because we give it a label, which is reggae,
yes.
Give it a label, and then we attach an image to it.
Yes.
And it's not everybody goes for the image.
Yes,
it's not everybody goes for what's playing every day on the radio either.
Yes, yes.
You know, or even on TV, or what they made popular,
yes.
and call it reggae. Yes, it's not everybody goes for that. You know, while you have some good music, you know, I would call it just good music. But because it's under the category reggae,
yes.
you know, it just gets pushed by the wayside, yes. Because, you know, that's not what the market people want to sell.
Yes, yes.
You know?
And it's a shame, because we've seen that Bob Marley was very popular, for example, and what I mean is that everybody knows Bob Marley, but nobody knows another reggae man, and wow, there are lots of talented
There's lots,
men.
A lot, you know, and some get discouraged because of that, you
yes.
know, and went back in the field, or go do construction work, or do whatever, you know, or try to switch to dancehall because they figure, hey, that's where the money is, you know what I mean, and don't do too well because that's not their thing, but, you know, they're just trying to make some money.
Yes.
You know, and there's all of these little things help to like diminish the vibe, you know. And then you have the digital stuff coming in as well, and you know, and all of this, and dilute the real art. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the real musician,
right.
A band on scene, playing his own music.
Right, and because I love this thing so much, is that's also helped to give me the fire to continue, because I want to see it, and I know that, you know, I love and I respect Bob for what they did, but Bob, not just Bob, but the Wailers and a whole, when the whole thing was, the whole unit was called the Wailers, you know, bad, you know, nice, you know, and even after I come to Bob Marley and the Wailers, it was still good, musically, it was still good, you know, you cannot take away that from Wailers or from Bob, you know, bam, good music. There were also other, you know, musicians and singers that was very good as well.